Hello students, today's agenda is to check homework. We'll be doing multiplication and you will be able to do page 18 from module A. Today students will be able to multiply by one-digit numbers and with regrouping. Now in here, this lesson is in English, pero si lo necesitan en español, pueden ir al final de este video y encontrarán el enlace para verlo en español. So before we start our lesson, I recommend that you practice your multiplication tables because that's what's going to make math a lot easier. It doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't memorize it easily that you won't be able to do math, because I know that I always struggle with multiplications and I use some tricks. Even 7 times 8, for example, I keep forgetting and then I just do a trick. I'm going to do a video about, like in here it would be 56, and I'll do a video where you just learn a trick to learn multiplication with your hands super fast from 6 to 10. Okay, so for now, if you feel that you need a times table, what I do is I print out a multiplication table, and it's usually like this. Okay, the times, it's on the top, you have the numbers and you have, because that's what you're multiplying, 0, 1, 2, 3 times 0, 1, 2, 3. But then I cut the first column. Now, if you're not allowed to do something like this, like use a table, or if you're not allowed to use a calculator, you can also do a list of your multiplication that you're doing at that moment. It's not the best because it takes time, but well, okay, let's begin. It says, I buy 3 Chromebooks. Each Chromebook costs $379. How much will I pay? So in here, we're going to put 379 times, and then it says that I bought 3 of them. Whenever you're multiplying, it means that you have 3 times that. Well, 3 by the value of one of them will give you the total for all 3. Okay, and so again, if you can't use your multiplication table, what I recommend is the table of 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is, well, 3 more, which is 6. You just keep adding 3, 3, 3. It's just repeated addition. Okay, 3 times 3, it just means 1 more 3. Instead of having 2 3s, you have now 1 more of those. So it's plus 3 more is 9. 3 times 4, now I have 4 3s. That means 1 more 3. So you're just adding 3, 3, 3. When it's a table of 3, you just start with 3 and then add 3 more each time. So it's 12. 3 times 5, well, 12 plus 3 more, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, if you are at the point where you don't need this, go ahead and forward the video, and then you can just find the answer and compare it, okay? 3 times 6 is 3 more, that will be 18. 3 times 7 plus 3 more is 21. 3 times 8 plus 3 more is 24. 3 times 9, 3 more is 27. And 3 times 10 is 3 more, that's 30. So this is only if you're not allowed to use a calculator or a times table. That's what you would do. And then you just do 3 times 9. 3 times 9 is 27. The last number we're going to put down here, but the 2 we're going to regroup with the tens. Okay, 20 is part of the tens. It's 2 tens. So that's why we put it with the next one, not with the ones, but with the tens. 3 times 7. Well, 3 times 7 is right here. The answer is 21. Plus 2 more that we have to regroup is 21, 22, 23. Put the 3 in here and the 2 in the next one. So 23. Finally, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 more is 11. Okay, so we're multiplying, and then whatever we have in here, we add. It's addition with the number that we have up there to regroup. Okay, so we count 1, 2, 3, and we put a comma right there. So it says, or it means that I paid $1,137. Okay, that's how much 3 Chromebooks cost. Okay, now let's say that you are allowed to use a times table. What you're going to do is look at the number in there, and you're going to align these times, if you cut it, with the one previous to the 8, so that you don't cover number 8. And then we start multiplying. 8 times 0, 8 times 0 is 0. And also, if you want, so that you don't get confused, you can even highlight this part right here, so yeah, that you can find it easily. Okay, well, I won't continue, but you can do that. So 8 times 0 is 0. I put that in there. Then 8 times 7 is 56. So I just put 56 in here. I put the 2 numbers now because I'm done. I don't have any more numbers to the left. Okay, so 8 times 70 is 560. Now the other thing that you can do, and I'm not sure why my calculator has so many zeros after the decimal that it shouldn't even be there, but don't pay attention to the decimal and after that. Okay, so what you can do is ask your teacher if you can compare your answers after you do the multiplication. Make sure that you try it first, because if you use the calculator, it's not going to be worth anything. You're just cheating yourself, and we don't want that. You want to try and learn the multiplication tables. You want to try and do it with the tables, the times tables, if you don't feel comfortable with your memorization yet. But then the last thing after you do it is just check. So 8 times 70 equals 560. The decimal is right there, so the rest of the zeros, I'm not sure why or what happened with the programming of this calculator. Okay, so yes, we did it correct. We're scaffolding to make sure that students who don't know their multiplication tables by heart can use a times table, but if you know them, try it and then forward just to compare your answers. You can even do all 3 of them and then compare them at the end. Okay, so now the next one is 807 times 4. We go to the 4, make sure you don't cover 4, and we align the times with the 4, okay? And then 4 times 7 is 28. We write down the 8, but the 2 is carried over. 28, so the 2 up here and the 8 down there. 4 times 0 is 0. Anything times 0 is 0, as you can see. So 4 times 0 is 0, plus 2 more. We write down the 2. 4 times 8 is 32. And since we don't have anything else, we just write 3,228. Put the comma right after the thousands. For the next one, let me show you a trick with your hand. And I'm going to create a video with my hands to multiply numbers from 6 to 10, because that helps me even. So we use our hands and we say 9 times 1. The answer is 9. 9 times 2. The answer is 110. And 8 ones is 18. 9 times 3, 27. 9 times 4, 36. 9 times 5, 45. 9 times 6, 54. 9 times 7, 63. 9 times 8, 72. 9 times 9, 81. And 9 times 10 is 90, and 0 ones. Okay, so if we're multiplying 9 times 9, 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 81. We put the 1 in here and carry the 8. And then 9 times 2, 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus 8 is 26. We use our calculator to check 9 times 29, 9 times 29, and it's 261 because there is a decimal. Okay, for the next one, I'm going to do this one without the times tables. But if you need to pause the video, use your times table and then compare it with me, okay? So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 7 is 21. I write down the 1 and carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. So I put the 4 and carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6 and 1 is 7. We count and put the comma. And don't forget to check with your calculator. 2,471 times 3 equals 7,413. And the last one. 6 times 0. Any number multiplied by 0 is always 0. 6 times 5. That's a bigger number, so let's go 6 times, make sure that, okay, so 6 times 5 is 30. Put the 0 and carry the 3, 30. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 3, 3. 6 times 3, 6 times 3 is 18. And since we don't have anything to add and it's the last number, we just put the entire 18. We count 1, 2, 3 and put the comma in here. So 3,050 times 6 is 18,300. Let's check. And again, I'm sorry that it has all those numbers. Times 6. There it is. 18,300. And then the decimal. With this, we end our lesson. If you can please support our channel by giving us a thumbs up, by subscribing around here. This is a link to the lesson. Here you will find a link to the entire unit of Module A in English, and here you will find it in Spanish. Now you're able to do page 18 from Module A, and have fun!